Yes, you lovely people, if you're not already, make sure you give us a follow over on Spotify.
Kept a clean sheet.
Mate, all goalies are outfield players, all right? They are. We're all players, really.
Did you have a good game? Like,
Great game. 2-0 clean sheet, man of the match.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Fozcast. I am joined, as usual, by my mate Tom. How are you, mate?
yeah, brilliant, pal. How's it going?
It is going really, really well. Are you looking forward to this podcast?
Yeah, I am. You know me. I like the interesting stories. I do.
The proby ones, the ones
Yeah,
where
I
you
do.
hear an intro. Yeah, I know, me too. Okay, so we have got a young man in the studio with us today who actually had his whole footballing career ahead of him, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, Manchester United. Like I say, he had another 15, 20 years to go until a persistent hip injury curtailed all that. We are joined by Paul Woolston, Manchester United goalkeeper. Paul, how are you, mate?
I'm all right, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
I'm really, really nice, mate. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it, mate. We're going to dive straight in. Like I said there, you had your whole career. You're 23 years old right now. And then you get the dreaded news. The doctor tells you that this hip injury, after a couple operations, it's not going to get better, and it's probably best if you hang up your boots, your gloves in your case. Just talk me through that, mate. How does that feel when somebody tells you that?
You know, you don't believe it at first. You know, you sat there going, this can't be me. It's not me. Surely he's got this mixed up with someone else. And you spend so long just asking yourself, why?
Yeah.
Why me? And it takes a while to actually acknowledge what's been said. You know, you drift off, you zone out because you don't want to hear that news, especially at the start of a career. Don't mind it once you've had one towards the end, saying,
sure.
right, I think it's time now. Get yourself away somewhere, enjoy, look back at the career. So it was very tough, not only on me, but on my family as well. It was, you know, a shock to them after all the years of hard work and sacrifices everyone's made to go, this dream's over, as it was.
I think people don't realise how much graft, like parents, loved ones, travelling all the way around the country in academies nowadays. You are, and you're training 2, 3, 4 nights a week. You're playing away in London, in friggin' Southampton, anywhere. It could be absolutely anywhere. That is a massive sacrifice from the family, isn't it?
Yeah, just to make sure they're giving you the best chance. I was quite lucky to have parents who did that. You know, drivers all over the country, come follow us, or you know, all around the world, and just turn up and just giving us the opportunity to try and make a good name for myself in football. Was, you know, I was quite blessed from them to be able to do that.
What so with the operations for the hip, so you had two in total, right?
Yeah.
I read somewhere that you said that after the first one, you heard the doctor say, or the surgeon say, he's going to have to be back in, or he's coming in for a second one, or something like that. So talk me through that when you're in the recovery room. You hear that.
I was still half asleep. I still think my eyes were shut, and you know, you don't know where you are. I was trying to think, where am I? I'm not in my room here, and just heard them saying, "Oh, he'll be coming back," and I was saying, "I'll be the next bed next to us," and came back round. Came in and saw us in the recovery room and said, how are you? Yeah, you're going to be back in.
Oh.
So I was like, well, we're not what we were expecting. It's slightly worse, so you'll be back in. And I've gone, I'm still all over the shop here going, back in. It's not as... But was it a success? He went, did what we had to do, but...
Yeah.
so you went in, didn't you? Because I believe it was one of those ones where you went in and they didn't really know until they got in. But didn't they just go in to kind of clean it out and clean it up?
Yeah, they had a slight idea what it might have been. You know, the injection helped, so it kind of gave them more of an idea of what it was. Then you know, it was inside. It was just, as you say, a little tidy up. You know, out for 2 months, 3 months, back for pre-season.
Yeah.
And to go, actually, it's going to be...
So what were the symptoms and when did you first start feeling the pain? Like, what were you doing kind of
It was just striking a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, just done standing leg. Just went, oh, that's not right. Tried it again, same day, and just went, oh, let's see if it settles. If it settles, brilliant. Do what I normally do. Train the following day.
Yeah.
Play the game on Thursday that we had in, a little friendly. Then it just got worse as the night went on. So I went, right, just see the physio in the morning. It'll be nothing. Tested it. When it's just like, oh, that's not right. Get another physio, have a look. Didn't settle down. Paracetamol, anti-inflams, nothing.
Yeah.
Then
So this is a few weeks, this period there, where you haven't really done much.
Yeah, not even that. It was just like a few days, then turned into a week. It was like, right, if it hasn't settled by the end of this week, we'll get in touch with a specialist and go from there, bits of advice. So, and it just kind of escalated from there, specialist into surgery.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's not right. Obviously, you don't really want surgery, but I thought it'd be the best option.
Yeah. So sorry. What? So when you've had that first operation, what are they saying to you? What do they say the reason for the second one is then?
Just that the hip wasn't what it first looked like on the scans. A lot of dead cartilage. Bone was, it had to be smoothed off. And when you come in for the second one, we'll continue with that and try and inject stem cell, whatever it is, to make sure that the hip gets back. It won't be what it was, but we'll try and get it as close as it can be.
So basically, cartilage had just gone.
Yeah, cartilage had just gone.
So it was just bone on bone.
Bone on bone.
Oh,
so you've had the second operation. Obviously, you're at Man United at this point. So just with the accent, people will understand you from the northeast. So you obviously you're a Mackham Sunderland fan.
Yeah,
playing for Newcastle. You signed for Man United, and then you playing games, playing for the under-23s.
Yeah,
been out on loan, and then you find yourself in this position.
Yeah.
So with the injury, obviously after the second op, you've had several months of rehabilitation, working with the team there.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So everything was going well. Everyone was pleased with the rehab, with the progress I was making. I was back outside on the grass running, and it was the first day of just passing a ball.
Felt okay?
Felt fine, felt good, felt strong. Then it was just a simple 10-yard pass, get it from one side past the other, and went that exact same sharp pain came back, and I was like, try it again. I went, no, I can't do this. I'll see what I'm like in the running. Start the running, and halfway through the run.
You're a goalie. What are you running for? You don't need to be running.
I like to embarrass the outfielders at the running. I didn't mind it.
Though, Ben.
Didn't mind the running.
Runner, yeah.
I used to be. Now I'm more of a cyclist, but it just felt like a kebab skewer just went straight back through, and I was like, remember going back inside, just lying, not even saying anything to anyone on the physio bed. Got back in the car because I told my family I'm back outside. I'm going to pass the ball again, kick it again, and just broke down in tears in the car on the way back. Saying,
on your own?
On my own. Lived by myself, had no one there, so I went back. So first thing, just going back to the parents, spoke to my mum, Dad will come down. So my dad came down and we just took my mind off it, and I was just like, this is it.
So you knew?
I knew from that moment. I was like, this hasn't settled. This is exactly, I can't be doing this every time, because I was thinking, right, let's see if it settled down. It took 6, maybe 7 weeks to completely settle down for what it was. And I was going, it's not fair on people who I'm working with, and it's not fair on myself.
Yeah.
So with the medical team at this point, consulting, obviously yourself, each other, keeping it. So who ultimately made the call?
It was something I was forced to.
Yeah.
I was forced to, and that was the frustrating thing, that I couldn't control it. I'd much rather have been an awful footballer and not had it, and just having it there, just going, right, you're going to have to do this. Or in the space of 2 years, not even that, it'll be full hip replacement.
And then that's the end anyway.
And that's the end anyway. You think way of life, and I just want to go, there is more to life than football.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to think that at first. But then it's gone, hopefully one day I have kids, and they go, can we go up the park, can we have a kickabout? And if I turned around and said, no, I can't, because your dad was stupid trying to chase something, and just thinking of everything, I was like, right, no, this is it. When I took all the advice on board and saying, you're going to have to, I was like, after a while, I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, I think people don't understand that when like the cartilage is gone, because I've had it in my knees, I've had it in all sorts of bits and bobs. When the cartilage is gone, and that bone on bone is constantly pounding and rubbing against each other and grinding away, that then can lead on to some serious problems after that. This is where then you start to get like cracks in the bone surface, you can get arthritis, and this is the bit that I think Paul's talking about, is in a few years' time you could genuinely be suffering things from like arthritis, even in your mid-20s. Like, unimaginable stuff, really painful as well. That sharp, skewery things.
Yeah.
Like I get it in my knee sometimes, and it's a once in a blue moon thing, but I might jump and land awkwardly or whatever.
It just comes like that.
Oh, mate, that sharp pain of bone on bone, and bone bruising is a bugger as well. It takes forever to heal, doesn't it?
Does it even settle? Does it even heal? It's just there.
Oh, mate, I'm feeling for you.
So we'll kind of talk about, because obviously, I think it's fair to say you've kind of come to terms with it now, haven't you? And you're kind of moving on with your life, with football, without football. Let's just go back to obviously your start in football, because obviously you've had, even at the age that you're at, you've had some great experiences, haven't you? So, Sunderland fan,
Yep.
Newcastle. Talk to me about that.
So I was at Sunderland before that.
Yeah.
So I was at Sunderland up until end of under-15s. So signed there, went under-12s or whatever. First time signing for a club as a goalkeeper.
At 12?
Yeah, I played in goal coming through
but-
like primary
yeah,
school,
yeah.
but this was the first time someone's went, oh, we're going to take him as a keeper, because I was an outfielder at Darlington.
Nice.
Okay.
And I still remember it now, playing Grimsby away, whatever. 2 goalkeepers in the squad got ill. Coach goes, anyone playing that? I went, I'll do it. I'm used to it. Played in goal for the primary school, played at Wembley with them, so I was like, yeah, fine, I'll do it. Kept a clean sheet.
Mate, all goalies are outfield players, all right? They are. We're all players, really.
Did you have
It's
a good
secret.
game? Like,
Great game. 2-0 clean sheet, man of the match. I was like, I could get used to this. I was a striker, left mid,
Yeah.
centre mid, left back, centre half, keeper.
Boom.
Couldn't go any further.
Utility
Well, now I've
player.
gone all the way back. Now I'm behind the net.
You're watching now. Utility player, mate.
Yeah.
Boom. I think it was probably he got into goal and he was like, mate, I haven't got to run so much. This is lovely, this. I'll quite have a bit of that. So then where does the move come to Newcastle? How does that happen?
Just go on trial.
Yeah.
You know, just rang up. I went Leeds on trial. Newcastle rang up saying, we'll take you in. And like for me, it's not like, oh, it's Newcastle being a Sunderland fan. I was like, oh, great, you know.
It's just an opportunity.
Yeah, just an opportunity
Yeah.
to go play. It took a while for the family to go down.
I bet, yeah.
My dad didn't hang he hung the kit up inside out in the line so no one saw the Newcastle badge.
He
Because
did not.
he did inside out so no one could see. Massive Sunderland
Brilliant.
fan. He's like, I'm not having that.
So you're playing for Newcastle. Tell us about the time where you got the chance to go on and play for Man United. How does that work? Because I know for a fact there's going to be kids out there, all ages, wondering how on earth they can get spotted. Where do they get that opportunity?
It was an odd one because there's a couple of coaches at Man United who I had at Sunderland.
Yeah.
So I had 5, always kept in touch. One of them even came to watches when I was on loan at Blythe. You know, just all kept. Then found out that there wasn't going to be a pathway at Newcastle because of, you know, keepers there, and they wouldn't have given a chance if they wanted us to go elsewhere to, you know, try and have a career. So went on trial to a few places, went to the States for a bit, trained with Drogba's team, Phoenix.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was that like out in America?
Bizarre, but like amazing. I loved it.
how old were you?
bizarre? What bizarre? I want to know this.
No, I was, how old would I have been? 19?
Wow.
18, 19. So, because one of the coaches there was someone I knew from Newcastle.
Yeah.
So I rang up saying, yeah, come out, see if there's any, you know, place for next season, because it's halfway towards the back end of the season. So I had a week training out there, and I loved it. It was 41 degrees. It was nice. Either train first thing in the morning or late at night. Sat around the pool, thinking, life's quite good. This.
And was this after your loans?
Yeah, after me loans.
So whilst at Newcastle,
Yeah.
you were Gateshead, Darlington, Blythe Spartan, South Shield.
Yeah.
So you've gone from hard football in the
Yeah.
northeast
Yeah.
Yeah.
to Phoenix.
Proper football.
Yeah, proper football.
Yeah.
It's strange, you know, it's probably one of the most enjoyable times I've had playing football was on these loan experiences, because it kind of makes you as a
Yeah.
player. And if I, you know, saying young players now, go and do it.
Yeah, mate.
You don't realise until you're there what football's like. It's all nice and academy football, but when there's something on the line of it, you need to.
Mate,
You need to
that's,
play.
honestly, I'm exactly the same as that. So I went on loan when I was a kid. Like, I was 18, I was playing for Stoke, and
Yeah.
honestly, mate, I would go anywhere. Stafford Rangers, Tiverton Town,
Yeah.
Kiddie, Bristol.
Kidderminster.
Yeah.
But I would go anywhere, mate. I didn't care. I'd come from non-league anyway, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to play first team football because that's the best bit. That's where you get your buzz and
Yeah.
you learn what you can really do. And you're playing against brutal men as well, who might be like half cut from the night before and stuff like that. Happily leave one on you. And all
I
sorts.
still remember one of my first games came for a cross. And I still picture it now. The lads looked at his and he just threw an elbow in my face.
Yeah.
I went, ref's his elbow. He just went, yeah, but it wasn't hard enough. My nose is bent to one side. I'm going, can it see? My eyes are watering. I was going, all right, ref. And I was like, right, this is it. I loved
Yeah.
it, but it's the experiences off the pitch as well, you
Yeah.
know, in the dressing room. The lads, you know, this means a lot more than other people think it does. And the buses on the way back from away
Mate, it's
again,
class,
some
isn't it?
experiences.
Yeah.
You know, it was great fun. But to end up at Man United, just landed back from Phoenix on a Monday. Dad picked us up at the airport in the morning. Got back home. I was jet lagged. I was lying in bed. He's come up. Went, oh, I've had a phone call. I've got your team. I'm like, still half asleep. Went, who? He went, oh, Man United. I told him where to go. I was like, oh,
Shut up,
yeah,
Dad.
yeah. But another word. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
went back to sleep and woke up and going, are you serious here? He's like, yeah. So I spoke to one of the coaches who I had at Sunderland, saying, yeah, when I said, oh, when do you need it? Oh, can you come tomorrow?
No.
So bags are unpacked, washed, then loaded.
So
in
how
the
old?
car.
How old?
19.
So was
19,
this?
20.
So you were third choice for Newcastle when they got promoted from the Champo in 16-17.
Yeah, I was in and round at fourth and third at time.
Okay.
Third when they got sadly relegated
Yeah.
under Rafa. But them experiences again, warming up proper grounds and just getting a taste of it goes, I want this.
Yeah.
I want
Who were the
more of it.
goalies? Who were the first choice
So it had
goalies?
been Caldolo
Yeah.
and Freddie Woodman at the time. Then
Yeah,
was me
good
third.
lads, yeah.
Yeah. So but when I was there, some great keepers. You had Tim Krul,
Yeah.
Rob Elliott, who
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
quite
yeah.
well now. Caldolo, Freddie, Matt Sells were there. It was a good unit.
That is a good
culture.
unit. That's solid, isn't it?
Solid and
Yeah.
just a young lad coming through, getting the chance to train with them every day, and just learning.
So what happened with? Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
just triggered.
But I think you're interested is how do Newcastle just let you go then?
Piecing together the timeline,
Yeah.
but just before that, America then.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? And then it just didn't work out, or you chose another option?
It happened so quickly. After it happened the day I got back, so there was no time to think. And this was end of August, beginning of September. So
Yeah, you want to get something
I
sorted.
want to get in. I want to
Yeah.
get back in it every day. I want to be training every day. Obviously put a bit of timber on, don't you? If you're not training every day, just to get back into that routine and going right. Love the States, but when a club like Man United come calling, there's only one option, and be a lad from the northeast. It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
A club of that size and stature come, you go, yeah, I'll come.
And what year was that you went to United?
No, you got us thinking.
That was.
Hopefully, you can help us out here.
What, you'd have been about 19?
So 18, 19, would that be?
Yes.
18, 19.
18, 19.
So who was
19, 20.
who was the manager then?
Jose.
Jose.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
How did you find Jose?
I quite enjoyed him.
Did you?
Yeah, he'd do little stupid things. Like I'd be walking down the corridor and he'd just clip his around the head and go, "You right, Casper?" Because he said I looked like Casper Smile.
No,
so
he
I was like,
didn't.
if I have a career like him, I'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I've got on well with him.
Yeah.
Every manager I've worked with, quite enjoyed. I've worked under some decent, good managers.
Yeah.
So did you have to go on trial at United, or did you?
No, the stranger said the only way you won't be here if you don't like it. And I went, that's somewhat stupid. How can I not like this?
Yeah.
How can I not like coming in to train here every day?
So how did you sign? What was you just bowl in and then you're in the
Ball
boardroom?
in, just train for a few weeks while things were getting sorted. I was staying in Premier Inn at the Trafford Centre
Decent.
for like 6-7 weeks or whatever. Because my auntie used to live in Manchester, but as typical as I signed, she moved down. So I was like,
got to stay in a hotel.
got to stay in a hotel. But it was enjoyable. I had nothing to complain about. I was
Mate, you're
quite
still
pleased.
like a proper kid, like teenager sort of thing. You've been in America by yourself,
Yeah.
fair dues, and now you come back and it's like big move to Man U.
Yeah.
And you just got to deal with it.
Yeah, you just get on with it.
Mate.
And what's it like? Because you've both been there,
Yeah.
You've both been there with the United, not dissimilar age. You were a bit older, weren't you? But what was it like when you signed then? So you've signed the contract, you walk out the building. What do you do?
You go to the pub, don't you?
It's like, that's exactly
It's like,
what I
right,
do.
come on. All the family are over. Nice meal tonight. Get home,
Absolutely.
bottle of champagne, pour it off we go. You've got to celebrate
Course you
because
have.
it's a once in a lifetime thing. Just even if it was going to initial 1 year, it's like I've got to make the most of my
Damn
time
right.
here,
Oh.
and it turned into 4.
Yeah, so you signed for Man United. So you're training with at this point proper players now, yeah.
Yeah.
You are in a. You. I'm not saying you're necessarily in the first team, but you're in and around it, aren't you?
Yeah, in and around it. I'm training with players that I've heard a lot about, even
Yeah.
in the youth ages, and the talent that was there. It takes a bit. You're like, whoa, yeah, he's serious, he's serious, he's serious. But it only makes you better as well.
Yeah.
Because you're up there, everything's faster, everything's stronger, and the day's different, and it took a while to adapt because I was holding my hands up, I was a bit off the pace because I hadn't been in full time for a good couple of months, so catching up. But then I was just like, bang, I love this.
Yeah.
I love the challenge.
Mate, it's kind of, what players stick out?
Well, coming through, you had outfielders in the 23s, and I was there. You had the likes of Angel Gomez, who's now ripping up. Chongi was still
Tattoo.
there, and you're just going through. It's like training with Dino was out on loan.
Yeah.
We played against each other coming through. So, but no, there's so many good players now. I do apologise if I've missed a few of you off.
out, yeah.
But the team, and I was welcomed straight away. There was no, who's he? I knew a couple of the lads already there, so it was easy to get on with.
Yeah, what talking to me about the goalkeepers?
Oh, the department. So you had first team down. It was David, Sergio. So who else was there? Joel was there, I think.
Lee Grant.
Granty's there. Yeah. Tom's there. There's Dino, Kieran O'Hara's there, who's playing well. Just the whole list. There's probably more. It was just everyone was a great keeper. And got Kovar, who's been at Burton now. Yeah. On loan, did well back into the season. Just you challenge, you work off each other, don't you? The challenge is there to how can I be better, but also is he getting better because what I'm doing? You're always thinking
it's
about
nice,
different
isn't
things.
it?
Yeah,
I don't think people you don't really get it with outfield players so much because the goalie unit is like it's a special little it's a side unit from the rest of the team, isn't it? And obviously we spend a lot more time together. We'll go off in the morning and stuff, but you're there to sort of not only improve yourself but to push everyone else. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
It's strange because you get like a little buzz off it as well. If something one of them makes a great save in training, you buzz off
everyone's
it.
Roaring,
everyone's and we're all over each other.
Yeah.
And you just get used to being in that group. As you say, it's hard to if you haven't been in it, you don't understand. Yeah. And what you can try and describe it, but
it won't come across, did it? No. So like basically, imagine, say you have like 4 or 5 people training that day, 4 or 5 goalkeepers, right? You all have a pecking order, obviously. Like you say, you'll have David at the top, Sergio Romero, you'll have Dean Henderson, blah blah blah. But your job, so no matter where you could be 5th, 4th, whatever. Yeah. Your job is to try and train better than that guy above you. Yeah, push him as well. You want him to get better, but you want to I want to train better than him. That's how I used to look at it. No matter what my position was, whether now first choice, I will still be looking down at the goalies below me, right? And I'll be thinking, I want to train better than you every single day. Yeah. Whether it's a set of volleys, half volleys, I'm thinking I need to catch this better than you and cleaner than you, and I'll always carry it. I love it. I'll do it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and so they don't have any ask any questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And it's healthy. People say, it's healthy competition because you're wanting to be best, but also he works as hard to try and get there as well.
I think with United, because it's a great club, people will think that the goalkeepers are in it's like a negative competition, isn't it? Because ultimately, if you're in the first team squad, there's only one player starting and only one player on the bench. But I think you've got to have a special type of person, haven't you, to be number 2, number 3 and push each other, but for it to stay on the right side of healthy competition.
Yeah.
Does it often bubble over? Question for you both.
Go on, go.
I would say at times, because you want to be playing. If the results aren't going well, you want to be going, come on, Gaffer. I think it is, but you never criticise or you try and you put your arm around them and you get around each other. So at times, I've never seen it properly bubble over, but other clubs it might, I don't know, but from my experience, it's all been quite healthy.
Yeah, you gotta, like you say, he might have made an absolute stinker on Saturday, but you'll put your arm around him and go, mate, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. You can understand what it was, you can look at it, try and break it down. But the only way you can really try and show that you might deserve a chance is just literally on the training pitch. When you're playing like the 23 matches or whatever it is, reserve matches, do as well as you can do, make saves, play well. But then in training is the bit where it really matters. Like, managers genuinely see you, and if they see you flinging around the place, like reliable as heck, making saves, like giving everything you've got, it goes a long way, mate. It does. Managers see that, and they buzz off that kind of stuff massively.
Nice. How were your family? They're going to support you thick and thin. How were your friends like growing up with you being a footballer? Because this is one thing I find really, really interesting. We're going to do a podcast on this very soon, aren't we? Around players and their family, their friends, agents,
the entourage.
The entourage of
the good crowd or the bad crowd.
Yeah, that's it, How were your friends through your journey, and then in particular when you signed for United?
They're always there. They understood that the sacrifice. I couldn't, go out on these nights to see him or party celebrations. I'll be playing wherever, and they would understand that. So I was quite fortunate in a sense to have friends and people around us who knew that. And just gave us a massive backing, and they're still there now. Friends who I've had since I was little. They were good lads and lasses, and quite they were wounded because I only told them the night before the announcement came out. Nobody knew.
Why was that?
I just wanted to keep it in house because what football's like. As soon as a little whisper, it's
gone.
out.
Wildfire.
I was like, I want it to be my time, my story. Yeah. So I want to tell it, then announce it. So I only told a few of my mates, closer mates, that this is what's going on. This is the story. Like, some of you might have had an inkling, or you might have heard a few things, but this is coming out tomorrow. I want to let you aware that the news is I'm going to have to retire.
What were the other goalies like? Because it's obviously, like, say, it's like losing a member of the family almost. It is, like, especially when you're like a 23-year-old and you haven't is cut short. It's not your decision. The goalies, they've been gutted for you.
There were as well. Like, none of the lads knew.
Really?
None of the players knew. So remember, just before, Granty was brilliant though. Throughout the process. Lee Grant, yeah, brilliant from him finding out. He was shocked when it was me, because the doc said this is a player. Can when he found out he's wounded, but he's been there. Just take my mind off things, reassure, but also to have these conversations about what you know is going on. But as you say, everyone was gutted. There were a few tears shed.
Yeah, of course.
And it's hard. I was all right telling people, like in a group of 4 maybe, but when everyone's around, I was like, can't do it.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, is it when you told your close mates, was it? It's funny, bad news, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's bad news. It's really hard, even if it's about yourself.
Yeah.
It's really hard to deliver to other people, isn't it?
Yeah.
And did it kind of just get? Well, how was it?
I just put it in the group chat.
I
just texted. I was like, right, lads tried ringing.
It's how you do it
Lads
nowadays.
tried ringing us. I was like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Just deal with it for a
I'm
bit.
fine messaging you, but I'm not picking up that phone.
Yeah.
And I didn't pick the phone up.
How
for
many
3
in the
weeks.
group chat?
And this one there was 12.
Wow,
so they're your good mates. They're like
good.
It's
boys.
amazing how
But that's
people,
just it's like one of me friendship groups, and I got others who were a bit smaller, and the family of the side of the world who got told by aunties and uncles. I was like, I can't bring myself to tell everyone, because I wouldn't be able to get a word out.
How were the club then in general? Because it's a massive thing. Like, obviously, like I said to you before the pod started, didn't I? I said, for me, look from the outside looking in, it looks like you are at the best club to have been at. That they will put stuff in process now. They will make sure that you have got this job line, not a job necessarily, but work experience here. You can help with here, because you want to become a coach ultimately. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not ruling it out yet.
Really,
I'm in that stage of unknown, which is times a bit scary, but it's enjoyable. And what the club have done have been brilliant. They've known for a while. They've known as long as I've known before they're setting up. There's a 99% chance I would have to do it, but I just thought I want to be that 1% that comes back from it. So they've known, but now they're helping. They've always been there to try other things out just in case. But part of you goes, you say, I don't want to do it, but they try and push just a few short courses here and then. But now they're going to set things in place, introducing us to people I would never think of getting introduced to, and just making sure, because you know yourself, you become part of the Manchester United family. Yeah. Which you think, oh, what's this? But what they're doing, not only for me, but like they've helped my family out. Like the other night, where I was at the game, I was going to be in one of the suites, just walking around talking to people, but my sister's had an operation, so I just went, what's it going to be like in there for her? I don't want her not to come to the game, so it's going to be my sister, mum and dad. And they put us in a box to ourselves. And just it's that special feeling of we're not only going to take care of myself, but we're going to take care of everyone around you.
Yeah, that's nice, that, isn't
it?
it?
At the end of the day, if there is a job there, brilliant. But they're going to set us up to make sure that I'm
you
all
could
right.
get a job anywhere else as well.
No matter if it's on the pitch or off the pitch, they're putting us in touch, as you say, work experiences with different people, follow different people around, just to get a good taste of normal life.
As this whole I was going to say ordeal, it's not an ordeal, it's like kind of life, you just have to kind of move with it. But has it made you have to sort of grow up a bit quicker? Has it made you have to really kind of look at things a bit more?
I think not necessarily grow up. I'd like to think I wasn't
saying you're like a kid, I promise you.
Yeah, already grown up, but it just made you have a different perspective on life, because we're quite sheltered being footballers. A lot of hard work goes into what we do, and people don't necessarily understand at times what we go through. Yeah. Not only physically but mentally as well. It gets quite hard, and just made you like take a step back and go, all right, I was lucky enough to play football for so long. Welcome to the real world now, which all my mates have been in since leaving school. We might have a little head start, but being at United, I think that sets us up in good stead.
Gives you a better start, doesn't it? Yeah.
It looks good in a CV.
Bloody right, it does as well, mate. Yeah. Is that something you think you've been good at doing? Is just sort of, if something happens, something kicks off, you just deal with it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's deal with it.
Yeah. No matter like all the setbacks, when you're injured, when you get released, it's like, all right, I want to prove whoever wrong. I want to prove to others that you've made a mistake there. I'm going to go on. I'm going to, be resilient and go, right, fair enough.
Yeah.
You've got your opinion, I've got mine.
Yeah.
Let's see where we meet.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that you say, even just hearing you say there, that you can tell that your mindset, you're in a good place, because you've said, I was lucky to play enough for that many years, rather than I've had X amount of years taken away from me. Obviously, you've said telling people it was difficult, and did you kind of have those other feelings where it was like anger, and then like almost like that realization now, and now you're just comfortable with it?
Yeah, a lot of mixed feelings and thoughts. Anger, definitely.
Yeah.
Everything else, yeah. It's just like, I said, is it because I put myself into places that others might necessarily want? It's like, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be me, and it wouldn't be right. And some things just happen like this, and you've got to accept it. I know you don't want to, because you're going to go, never want to work again after the age of after your career. I want to go on, be successful, but I've just went, right, if it's not on the pitch, I still want to go and be successful off it.
Yeah,
no matter what.
And you're not, so it is football. You do want to work in the football industry.
I think so, because football's all I've known since I was probably born. Being in and around it, and going to Sunderland matches when I was young, and still go now. And getting off the pitch is hard, but walk away from it completely, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I can't picture myself doing it.
I think. Sorry, quickly. I was going to say. I think I'm not being a bragger here or anything, but I think goalkeepers, right? Honestly,
here we go.
No, I'm being deadly serious. I think goalkeepers are better equipped to deal with setbacks and things that really can get inside other people's heads a bit more. I think the resilience you learn as a goalkeeper really does set you up really well
That's
for
probably
life.
because there's one goalkeeper on the pitch, right?
And
so you have to
you're
deal
in your
with
own head.
You've got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You're not playing, but I'm still going to work hard. So when the chance comes to play, you prove yourself. You take your chance. And I think, as you're right there, we are, because one keeper, and sometimes there's four of us. So
you have to process it properly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to process it. So if you're not playing, I can either mope about it and be miserable, and it's only going to work against me.
Like that,
you're not going to last long for sure. So you have to work it in a way which you can still get the optimal out of it. You have to turn the negative into a positive. And like I say, even in a match, you're in your own head for an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? Constantly thinking stuff. You're batting away these negative poison feelings of don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake. You get so used to being able to just deal with it there and then. I think goalkeepers are in a better place after football to be able to deal with life, not even on a business side, just in general. I really do.
It's an interesting point. I think probably an exciting thing for you, Paul, is obviously you've stepped away from being on the pitch now. But do you have that moment where you kind of say, as a young man, say, right, what are my skills? Right, what am I good at? To look into the football industry. What am I good at? Right, I'm organised, or I'm this, and then start whittling down a process of, right, what can I look at opportunity-wise?
Yeah, I think it takes a bit of time to sit down, and actually, it's a lot easier for someone else to tell you what you're good at instead of putting it out there yourself.
It's true.
But then it's like when you get you're sitting down with someone, noting it all down, and you actually realise there's so many opportunities where all your qualities can fit into one, and it's trying to find now which one is it. So you might have to bounce from here to there, everywhere until you find it. But I want to be in a situation where I got plenty and pick and choose a few different things and go, bang, that's it. This doesn't happen. I'm lucky enough to do this. And it's just strange. And I was back to Claudia. I was lucky enough to go with United's youth to Dallas the other week to just see what life is like off the pitch. And I walked in the hotel. When you recognise someone, and Danielle, Claudio's wife, made a comment to us, doesn't know who I am yet. Said, I was in my United tracksuit. Went, the weather's not the same like this in Manchester, is it? I went, it's all right. It's like this. I'm from Sunderland. And she went, we had some time together. I went, no. You went, Claudio, Danielle, Paul from...
Nah, Little Paul.
Yeah, Little
Paul.
Little Paul. Haven't changed. So it's amazing how the world works.
Yeah, that's class. I love that, mate. What was that like, an experience going away with Man United, just to sort of see how it works?
Yeah, because as a play, everything's just there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's all
Everything's
done
just
for
there.
you.
Everything you turn up, we're training here and there, but the actual planning,
Yeah,
of
the
all
logistics.
this, getting in, the
Yeah.
logistics, getting the meal times, getting the pool sessions, gym, wake up for this, go on the walk this time. Everything needs to be.
And I bet you observed every last bit.
Every last bit of detail. I was up, making sure I was making the right notes and stuff, just to see what it's like, but also using it as an opportunity to, get talking to people in the States from different clubs, just to, broaden the network.
Yeah, it's nice. You even had a little bit of like international kind of like honours and stuff like that, playing for like England youth teams and stuff like that. Talk us through that. How was that?
It was bizarre. You go to these camps. They started a few camps. So went
What age group was that?
This was under 17s.
Yeah.
So you go on a couple of the goalkeeping camps during the year. Then come start the season, you're saying, "Oh, by the way, you're going away with England." Oh, no, you've been called up to.
So you're selected like you would
Yeah.
21s and seniors.
So same process. You're selected. Bang, you're going away. First one was a little tournament, whatever, based at St George's, but it's the first time going away with England, and you're getting to play with these great players. I still remember my debut was against Czech Republic again at Kiddies Ground.
Yeah.
Drew 1-1, and I was going through. It was a great. All my family were there and everything. It's a special moment because to actually go, oh, I'm playing for England.
Doing a bit.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit.
Yeah.
So had the Euro, so did all that, all of under 17s, got the Euros. Even played against Brazil and America.
Decent.
Massive games. In just the players I played with, who I'm looking at now, who are having great careers.
Go on then.
Trent.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
From day one, could you tell?
He was a centre mid.
No, he was
Yeah.
not.
Doesn't surprise you, does it?
No, not really, to be fair.
So it was Trent. You had Tom Davies.
Yeah, nice.
He was Reece Oxford, who's in
Yeah.
Germany. Who else was Jay De Silva, and Marcus Edwards, and all these different like players who you grew up playing against and go, he's decent. Yeah. To come together and say, I've played with these, but also playing against some of the players. Played against Donnarumma.
Yeah.
I was at one end, he was at the other.
Nah.
Yeah.
Was he about 6'7" even back then? Yeah.
Andy was playing up. He had full beard and everything going. But he just sat down going through players who are becoming the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And going sharing the pitch with a couple of the Italian Euros winners from last year. And just to be able to travel the world playing football.
Yeah.
It's quite special.
Nah, I think footballers take it for granted, mate. I really do. Like, because don't get me wrong, I'm an older footballer now. I'm 39 years old, and it's kind of you get to an age where you can really look back and actually go, do you know what? That was pretty cool. To be fair,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. But I think if there's any footballers listening to it, sometimes I just want them to actually stop and look around the place. Do you know what I mean? And just be like, do you know what? This is pretty cool. Do you know
Just
what I
take
mean?
that little moment, isn't
Yeah.
it? Look back and I was looking. I think I played 14 games
Yeah.
for England, and they're 14 games that I'm going to keep forever.
Exactly.
And you've travelled though as well, you know,
Yeah.
like you say in America and
Yeah, we had the Euros in Bulgaria,
Yeah.
which was some experience. Dad, the whole family came out. They had a massive Sunderland banner as well, as they would.
brilliant.
That me brother's mates, I think it was his nan stitched together.
Love it.
That got nicked, on the first game. These are experiences. It was class qualified for a World Cup
Yeah.
in Chile, so went to Chile for 3 weeks.
Fantastic.
Didn't win the trophies, which would have been nice, but these are
Experiences.
where you look back. Haven't looked back properly yet, but maybe when I'm
Never take them away, though, mate.
when I'm older, maybe with the grandkids or whatever. If I
Yeah.
get that chance to go, that was truly something special.
Yeah.
Decent.
That's
mate. I love
really,
it.
it's really good. It's a question with Trent, for example.
Yeah.
At that kind of age, did you know? Wow, was he a level above everyone else, or did he develop later?
I think he was. He's going to probably hate us for saying this. He was never someone special, but he had a good work ethic,
Yeah.
and I think he's developed, and he's still developing now. In one of the best right backs in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point, I wouldn't have said, "Wow, he's going to do this." But
That's-
it's down to himself. He's worked hard to get in that position.
That's scary then. That at that age, he was not necessarily the most gifted player. It's scary. The fact is that now look at him technically.
Yeah.
Technically, he is. he's probably. Don't get me wrong. We're blessed with some good right backs in this country, but technically speaking, he is outrageous, isn't he? And if he's gone from being nothing special to technically one of the best in the world, he could even get even better.
Could he play like he could play most positions, couldn't he?
Well, yeah, he's
just an athlete, isn't he?
He's a pure athlete, and he's a winner.
Yeah.
And like you said, there is his like his work rate and his work ethic.
Yeah.
I think that is invaluable
He's
nowadays.
redefining the position to a point, isn't he?
He's
Like
a right winger,
the
isn't he? He's a
assists
right
and-
winger for Liverpool, isn't he?
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't
Yeah,
it?
frightening, up and down. His work rate's crazy. But this is what I'm saying though. The quality of his deliveries. Like we watched, I can't remember. It was like Liverpool, Man City, or Liverpool, Chelsea a few weeks back. Some of the play between him and some of the midfielders, and then he would lay it off and he would go on the overlap or the underlap or whatever. And I'm thinking, mate, like every touch that you do it's to within an inch of perfection, pure perfection. It's incredible, the level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's frightening when you look at the players. I feel quite proud to have shared the pitch with, going on to be successful. I'm like, hopefully I've played a part.
Yeah, some
They
small
might
part
not,
somewhere,
hopefully,
yeah.
don't realise it, but to me to say, I've shared the pitch, he's gone on to win so many trophies, titles, and I've had the opportunity to play football with him.
Yeah. What were some of the goalies with the England and young lads?
So when I first went, there was a lad from Norwich called Aston,
Yeah.
who's still there. Then it was a lad from Leeds, Will Huffer, who's playing non-league now.
Yeah.
But then Alfie Whiteman from Spurs,
Yeah.
who's out on loan. Then it just got to the point then. So me and Aaron were the same age group. Aaron,
Rambo.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Who's doing unbelievably well now. He came in. We never had a few England camps together, but never shared the experience of travelling away.
Yeah.
And it's just it's that unit again comes into play. Goalkeepers, being picked as 1, 2, or 3 the best in the country at the present time.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
And when you have the number 1, you go,
wow.
Yeah. There's something special about that number 1 shirt.
Best goalie you've ever trained with?
It's got to be David.
Got to be, hasn't it?
Got to be David.
Come on.
It has to be. Some of the stuff he does, he catches these balls. I'm looking and going, just not fair.
Really?
Just let us.
So what's like the best? What? So the handling element, or is it everything?
Just everything. Like you go, how?
The whole package.
Yeah. And he's come to proof this year. He's took it up another notch.
Another notch.
Yeah.
Didn't get in your team of the season though. I was campaigning for him.
It was
You weren't having it.
it was a competitive position, all right.
It
The
was.
goalie position
It is
this
this
year, it was a
year's been
competitive
good.
one. You're talking, we're blessed in this country in the Premier League, especially that we've got the best,
Best of the best.
the best of the best, especially when it comes to goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Alisson, Edison, De
Mate,
Gea.
even like the mid-table, lower half of the.
Frighteningly
it's
good.
ridiculous.
Mate,
isn't
the
it?
standard of goalkeeping in the Premier League is it's ridiculous. It is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Nowadays, every goalie can make saves. Everyone can make saves. But now you've got to have so much more. You've got to have so much more. Like you put the ball at their feet, and they need to be able to be a midfielder. Basically, it's mad, isn't it?
You've got to be able to find that pass 80 yards
Mate.
away or whatever.
Mate, I'll find it 80 yards away in Rosette over there. That's what I'll find for you.
Put a few over the stands before non-league has a little bubble. I was like, I'll take that.
Damn
At least it's
right,
not
mate.
at least it's not in the net.
They can't score from Rosette, you know.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
And you
mate.
can get your players back in a place
Damn
for
right
the
as
throw.
well.
But as you say, the strength and
Yeah.
all the way through, frighteningly good. now.
I know. We were talking about like the evolution of goalkeepers
Yeah.
the other day, right, okay, Paul? And like obviously everybody needs to be good with their feet and all that kind of stuff. But now, like you see some of the young kids coming through, like at our play, the size of these lads, they are
Massive.
double massive, mate.
Yeah.
They're towering over people. Honestly, they're like 6'5", 6". Their arms are like. They're down to their knees and stuff like that. And I'm watching these kids thinking, mate, if you can, like, if it can all click, wow.
Not as big as American athletes, though, are they? Generally speaking.
No,
No.
it's a different thing.
Different
isn't
thing,
it?
Here's
yeah.
one for you. Could you say if you get like a draft pick, NFL, NBA, or something, and you get a lot of really huge monster athletes that are athletic, great ball handlers, could you retrain them to be goalkeepers?
I don't know. Most of it's just instinct.
Yeah.
It's like you're now, so you've got it or
Yeah.
you haven't kind of thing.
I think it's hard to train a goalkeeper from nothing. They've got to have American athletes. So sometimes it might be too big. The ones I'm thinking of.
I agree with what you just said there. I think most goalkeepers don't necessarily need to be supreme athletes. Yeah, you don't need to be. It's just about natural size and natural ability and size and stuff like that. But to be a proper goalie, you've got to have something special that I think most of the time you're born with, and it's just a real individual skill. It's like you said there. It's like an instinct. It's like a nous. It's weird.
But if you've got a few NBA players and put a few high balls in, as a centre half, you got brilliant because he's miles up there, aren't they, and just taking crosses. So times like that, you might go, fair enough.
I think I teed that up on purpose because I reckon we should make a video on it.
Well, you could retrain a big youth and just put them in goal.
Big youth.
You have to be big youth because I'm looking at them going, now I wish I was your size.
Nah, but honestly, they are. They're getting bigger, massive. Mate. Some of these kids are getting bigger nowadays. I see like League 1, League 2 goalkeepers, and some of these goalies, mate, their heads are touching the crossbar. I
tell you what, we shot with Emi Martinez recently, and we went round to his house, and I was like, Jesus, look at the size of him. The size of his shoulders and his back.
Massive.
Like, is he like massive?
Yeah, massive. Yeah. Massive. Yeah. He ain't got an ounce of fat on him. He's 6'5", 6. Yeah, he's
lucky man.
He's wide.
Yeah,
it's a joke, mate.
And he's a lovely bloke. He can cook.
Oh, he's a full package, mate.
That's why I had to learn as well. I quite like cooking at home, but when you got to live by yourself, it becomes Don't mind the cooking. It's just the washing up.
What was the special? The homemade special?
Oh, it depends.
Don't say spag bowl. That's what
No. Quite like cooking it. A nice little bit of steak.
Yeah.
Standard.
Put a few bit of chili, spring onions, then melt a bit of blue cheese on top.
Okay, nice, yeah.
Grill some asparagus, a sprinkle of parmesan.
I think he's got a bit, mate. See, he's equipped for life, mate. You're golden.
And what about the what's the famous one from in the northeast? Parm, is it?
So from
chicken parm.
That's from Middlesbrough.
Oh, okay. Ooh, got the look there.
Middlesbrough to a slightly bit north, you have the chicken parmos. But then it's what me and Dad do now for when we go to Sunderland games. We'll go to Greg's, we have a thing called a stotty.
What's a stotty?
So it's bread. So it's like just like big bread roll.
Yeah.
Powdered. So I'll have ham and peas pudding stotties.
Peas pudding. Have you ever had that?
Stotty. Is that similar to
it's like a bread, like a bap,
like a bread cake?
Like a
like
a bread cake.
Yeah. So ham and peas pudding stotties, and if someone said you have to live on that for the rest of your life, I'll go, thank you very much.
Peas pudding. Have you ever had that?
No.
It's a northeast thing. Yeah. When I was up in Durham a lot, lady I used to work with, Leslie, love her. She bought some in for me, and she was like, "You have that," and I was like, "You sure about that?" And
Stogie, like, is that like a bread thing, or is that a cigar?
That's a cigar.
Yeah, it's a cigar, isn't it? Are you sure?
Stogie's a cigar. Have peas pudding.
There's another name for like a bread thing that's like stotty. It's similar to something like that.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
We'll find out.
It's very regional bread, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Barms, baps, but stotties,
rolls,
cakes,
barms. I think
cakes.
Is what I was looking for.
Barm cake.
Yeah, barm
That's
cake.
Northwest, isn't it?
Yeah, then bit of Nottingham or whatever, I think. But the stotties, nothing beats it because you can only get them in the northeast as well.
Especially it's like Stoke area oatcakes, similar to that. Do you know what an oatcake is?
No.
It's like a pancake, basically. They put like bacon in and stuff like that.
And you got Eccles cakes.
Yeah,
that's Lancashire.
That's
Lancashire
way,
good ride snack, that is.
Who do we played away at somebody and they put some in the changing rooms. One of them Lancashire. It might have been like Blackburn or Preston or something last season. Anyway, quick fires.
That was a tangent.
Yeah, it was.
Are you just quickly? Where are you basing yourselves now? Are you going to move back up to northeast or?
No, I'm going to stay in Manchester.
Yeah.
Well, live in the city centre, got an apartment there, so I want to stay there because if it's not coaching one club, it's easier to get your major cities.
Yeah.
You know, Sunderland in the northeast will always be home.
Yeah.
But I've told family and that I'm not moving back.
Yeah.
I'll only
Manchester too much.
I'll only move back for the right reasons, not just to move back.
Yeah. That's one thing I was going to ask you as well. How does it work with like your contract at Man United? I mean, are you still under contract until the end of the season?
Still under contract. Had to message the doc yesterday for me whereabouts.
Really?
Still, just in case. So
what's that in case of? Sorry.
If the drug testers come into training and find out, so it's a bit of a mess at times when I'm having the chance to be here, there, and everywhere.
But so Man United basically said to you, listen, obviously you know more football, but you can go off. You don't. It's not like you got to come into training every day and do this.
And it's
or that.
at times I'm not doing anything. I'll go into training. I've now got staff kit.
Yeah,
I'm out of me playing kit and all that, which is
different changing room and stuff.
Not yet.
Still in with the lads, yeah.
A few of them.
Love it.
Went to the final game the other day, so I was in the staff changing room.
Yeah.
Went with a kit man, a bit of cracking the van and stuff. But no, I'm still normal contract.
Yeah.
But went when you're away, you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
There's
boom.
your security till the end of the season.
Nice.
That's nice.
Don't have to worry about that. Then by the time, hopefully, a few things settle down.
It speaks
Classic.
volumes of them, doesn't it?
That's
really?
classy. Man United, classy club, mate.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Really, really
Yeah.
good. Right then, Paul Woolston, we've got some quick fires for you, okay?
Yeah.
Best player you've ever traded with?
It's got to be Juan Mata.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely, Annie.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Just the way his touch, he just knows where to be, and
Yeah.
you just kind of go
Natural.
natural,
Yeah.
and just a genuine, lovely lad.
Is it?
Like majority of footballers are, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're just normal people. But what he did on the training pitches, yeah.
Love that. Great answer. Best player you've ever played against?
Best player I've ever played against.
Has to be in a match. Has to be in an actual match.
Oh my word, that is actually it.
Right, we'll come back to that
yeah,
one.
I'm trying
Don't
to think.
worry about
I'm
that,
trying to
we'll
think who I've played against.
We'll come back to that one.
Go on. Do you want to ask one? You want to get involved in these?
Oh, the
quick
fingers
fires,
up.
don't you?
Best goalkeeper in the world.
Best goalkeeper in the world. Got to be biased, aren't I? David.
Big David, you going
Big,
for it? Yeah.
big David.
Love it.
Yeah, oh, he's up there for sure, mate, without doubt. And that's no disrespect to anyone else. The goalkeeping level at the minute is outrageous.
Well,
Outrageous.
there's so many, but it's
Yeah.
got to be David.
Best young goalkeeper in the Premier League.
It's got to be either Dino or Rambo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I think the future of England goalkeepers
We'll,
is safe hands.
we'll be very safe.
Yeah, we're in safe hands.
Pickers now.
Exactly,
When you
yeah.
put on that England shirt, it's
Yeah.
like bang,
Yeah,
another
different
level,
level.
different level.
I'm with you. Who would you start for England at this moment in time?
Pickers,
Qatar World Cup 2022. Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you. You just know what you're going to get from him. He's proven. Tried and tested.
Proven with England.
Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure? Have you got a guilty pleasure?
Generally speaking, could be.
Keep it PG. I would say do like beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice nookie brown ale, like, man.
No,
What
double.
on earth was that?
So,
What
or,
on
or a nice little glass of red wine.
Yeah.
Nice little glass of red wine. Well, that's good
Cultured.
news because you'll get a nice little case of wine from
Yeah,
the
we
Fozcast.
always send off a
Oh.
nice
Winging
every
its
guest
way.
gets a nice little like hamper
Yeah,
of wine and
thank
stuff.
you.
handpicked by me, so
Yeah.
you know. It'll be a
Um,
nice little drop.
cheat meal. What's your go-to cheat meal?
Go to cheap meal. Got to be pizza takeaway.
Yeah.
Easy in there.
Yeah.
Domino's or Papa John's?
Neither.
No.
Go on.
No, I like the little stone baked
Oh,
ones,
yeah,
little
yeah.
little local one or
Yeah.
whatever.
Shout
Right.
out to the Leamington Stone Baked Pizza Place, Red Hot Mama's Pizzeria, by the way. Wow, what a pizza!
I'm
they
going
do.
Batelli's.
Yeah, you're a Batelli guy. I'm Red
You're
Hot
Red Hot
Mama's.
Man.
It's fine. No, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Batelli's is banging.
Both good indies.
Biggest inspiration growing up.
It's got to be
Do a football one first. Do
Football
footballing one
inspiration.
first.
who do I want to be growing up? Tommy Sorensen.
Yeah, ledge.
Yeah,
Proper goalie.
proper. The first one I could really remember.
Yeah.
Or Marty Poom because he scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the biggest inspiration is just got. I can't pick one because it's got to be grandparents
Yeah. Nice.
and family.
Yeah.
Quite look up to them and just wanted to make them proud.
Love that, mate.
Nice.
Love that, mate. No, you do. I'm sure that you are making them proud, mate. I know for a fact you're going to go and absolutely smash whatever you choose to do next. Top class. Paul Woolston. What a guy.
Before we sign off, we haven't asked this question for a while, but night out. Any three people in the world, dead, alive, whatever it is.
Oh.
I'm bringing this one back because he's
Okay.
just recently, retired. So you can have a
fine, yeah.
couple of nights out.
You're allowed a few nights out.
Few sounds better than a couple. Who would I want there? Who would I want there? I want someone who can play the guitar.
You
So-
like a little sing song, yeah?
nice.
Yeah, a little bit of a karaoke kind of sing along. So for that, I would go Jerry Cinnamon.
I don't know who
I
Jerry
don't know who that
Cinnamon
is.
is.
Don't know who Jerry Cinnamon is.
No.
Scottish artist, just plays the guitar by himself.
Like new,
Nah.
is he? Yeah.
Search him up.
if he's cool, we probably won't know him.
Have a look.
Yeah, we will. We
Is
will.
that Jerry with a J? Yeah.
G.
G.
Jerry with a G. He's got to be there for live music.
Right, Jerry, you're in.
Right, he's in. Sportsman.
Anyone?
Or anyone
Anyone.
around the world.
Anyone you want.
Anyone I want.
It could be your sicko mate or
No,
whoever.
thanks.
That's Jerry Cinnamon.
Oh, Jezza. Yeah, I know Jezza.
Get him on the pod.
We'll have to now because
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
I'll check. just so we can get up and play guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
At the end
that'd
of the
be a
night.
good night, that, yeah. Not even at the end of the night.
Not just
even
during it.
early doors. Boom, let's have it. Sing song.
Did my brother Stag? One of them played the guitar. Get on the stage,
Yeah.
start playing. Oh, who would I go for? I'd have to get the old man out. He's
Yeah.
got to come. If I'm
Nice.
going, he's coming
Love
first.
that.
Yeah.
He's got to come. And I would go for, I reckon, Shaquille O'Neal.
He would be incredible.
He'd be brilliant on a night out.
So you've got,
Jerry
Jerry
Cinnamon, my
Cinnamon.
dad, and Shaquille O'Neal.
and I got you pegged down. You tell me wrong here if I'm wrong here. I've got you pegged down as I reckon you like a boozer and a social club.
Yeah.
Sticky floors.
Proper.
Yeah, nice,
Proper
boozer.
Proper drinking.
Yeah.
Get down to business, some KP nuts, a few
Yeah.
pints,
Yeah.
and away you go.
That's all you need, isn't it?
I'm
happy
with
with that,
you.
mate. That sounds a decent night.
Can we come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, so
Me
do I.
too,
on
mate,
the
yeah.
dance floor, but I can imagine just having a big cigar as well.
I want to see
chill.
Shaquille O'Neal in Sunderland Social Club.
Oh, imagine.
the Weatherspoons at the top of the street. In comes Shaquille.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Paul, absolutely top class, mate.
Brilliant.
As always, up the
Up
Fozcast.
the
Up the
Fozcast.
Fozcast.
Hey. Wait, hey, man, like, man.
I
Why am I like who, man?
Banger,
No, thank
mate.
you.
Brilliant.
No, I love that.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed the latest episode of the Fozcast. Don't forget to give us a follow on Spotify. Up the Fozcast.